from starting the early release here. So maybe this is a game plan that Hero actually planned to counter out this Agudo here. But of course, without the fans, there wouldn't be this stadium.
Alright, so they actually choose a slightly different direction here. So YQ actually going for the rotation along with the mid lane. And once that is cleared, he's going to try and secure this Fire Beak for his Clash laner.
I think it's a decent one, right? Because if the roamer is present with the minion wave, so most of these goals will be funneled into the hands of Clean as well. So that allows another thing. Yao Dao will be actively going for these aggressive jungle clears to ease the burden of Clean in that jungle department.
Yeah, and so far LGD have found a solution, right? They've taken away the Trust Ball Camp away from Hero, and that's going to slow down the farm on the side of Clean, who at this time does not have a level advantage.
Course mobilization does land onto YQ here. YQ gets immediately evaporated by the multitude levels of CC here. First blood, force at LGD.
Insane. The moment they hit level 4 on Hui, they immediately make the biggest play here. Emergence is going to be landed down. This is going to be a little bit of a problem for Xiao Han here, as he needs to survive this.
Well, Xiao Han here, he is a pretty mobile Chicha here, but has to burn away the flash towards safety here early game. Much more in control for side of LGD, not allowing YQ to even reach that level 4 marker.
Well, now, in this period of time then, this is where YQ, the pick of Donghuang, is not going to find much success. The moment you give away the benefit and the advantage of levels and itemization, essentially you don't get a tank, you don't get to deal damage as well. This Donghuang is going to be silent.
This Donghuang right now is getting cooked in the mid lane here by the ultimate here coming in from the Xiao Qiao here, but with a very tanky body here, he does able to sustain more of these damage output coming in from Fox.
Okay, you know, that's a pretty good comeback for the side of Fox, right? Being able to deal damage against the likes of Clean. But for now, they're just buying time, right? Because LGD, they don't really mind this. They have the gold advantage against Hero, and most of this should be in the hands of Hui as well.
Yep, I do think that Hui and also Luo shares like sufficient goal lead, especially after that level 1 play on towards the top side. So for the side of Hero Esports, they need to compose themselves and make sure more of these gold fall into the pockets of Yao Dao on this early.
Yeah, he definitely needs to farm here, and he will be that one win condition that will change the game, especially when you're YQ. Even if he doesn't get the kill, he can lock someone down with the Forsaken contract, and then it really depends on Hero. Can they react on time? Can they find the appropriate members on the side of LGD?
Oh, take a look at Yao Dao here, pairing up YQ on the potential dive that may happen on towards Xiao Han here. But Xiao Han notices the fact that, hey, YQ, the Donghuang is not on towards the gorge. Let me just play and hug on my tower here. Very good signs of awareness for the LGD farm lane.
Oh yeah, I like this a lot. X-Han here, as long as he stays alive, this potential win condition is going to start growing. Late game wise, it is going to be a very interesting matchup because you do have the Maple Dance from Yao Dao, right? So it then is a timing based skill matchup.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true here. And also, I like the combination coming in from YQ into the Confirmed Annihilation here. So maybe that's something we will get to see later on with the 100% hit rate combination.
Okay, yes, that one is super curious and super interesting to me. But will we get to actually see that? I'm not sure yet. Yao Dao looking for an opening on the backlines will actually give vision for the team.
Tyrant being burned out extremely fast here. Clean going dangerously low. Will be taken down by Luo on that Ma Chao here, but also taking a look onto the front side though. YQ, the second one to be taken down. This is the Luo show here. He's just throwing javelins, taking every single one in towards his pockets here. This Ma Chao is just unstoppable.
Yep, a double kill coming in, and not only that, pulls a lot more value by stealing away the Azure Golem from the side of Clean. Clean will not make it here in time, and with that, LGD find more value. Let's take a look at the replay here. The way that it was set up, the knockup, big ultimates coming in from both Xiao Zai, X-Zai here, making sure that Clean was in a very uncomfortable position, as well as a knockup from Fox in the mid. While they did give their life, this is where, with lack of control, Luo shines as a Ma Chao.
And Hui was the one to take on the Forsaken contract coming in from the side of YQ here. So that is where the ultimate actually went through, which gave a lot of space on this matchup to realistically enter the team fights with ease.
Okay, potential steal not gonna happen on the side of Hero. They will have to give it away to LGD.NBW. And now they will be topping the goal charts here, which means this is an unfavorable situation. They need to find a way to stop Lore. He's level 9, leading the pack in EXP along with Hui.
And almost 5,000 gold, 2,000 gold as well here. But Clean, where are you going here, buddy? This is not your base! You will be taken down with another jab here coming in from the side of LGD.NBW here. Do they go on for the chase here? As we see, potential engage coming in from Xiaozai. Gorge mobilization does not catch on to no one here. Immediate Forsaken contract locks down Hui. Does get taken down by the side of Tanran here. Tanran also traded back and forth, but this trade still falls in favor for the side of LGD.NBW once again.
Yep, this is a dream trade for the side of LGD. Not only do they have the Tyrant buff, they also have majority of the kills. They have stopped Clean from farming. They have the level advantage as well. And this should be a strong start in this 6 minutes for the side of LGD.NBW.
Yeah, 1 minute ago, it was a 1.5k goal lead. And 1 minute after, it's almost a 3,000 goal lead here. LGD is being so proactive in those team fights here. And this is not looking good at all for Hero Esports.
Yeah, this is so difficult to deal with Hero Esports. I mean, they're already behind on farm. Right now, it's close to 3,000 behind. But the biggest difference maker is that there is a 1,000 goal lead for X-Han, as well as a 1,000 plus goal lead for Lure. So every member that needs to have the goal advantage has it on the side of LGD.NBW.
Yeah, not the best of the news here coming in from Hero Jojin here. So if they want to make a comeback, they need to stop fighting here, but they aren't over these fights here. Potentially looking for the engage on towards Xiaozai here. Forces the spiraling despair coming in from the Kongkonger.
Yeah, they can't do much here. Fox is also that deterrence against the likes of Hero, because that ultimate actually stops Clean as well as Yao from coming in too close.
And this comes to a question here. Has YQ found a successful Forsaken contract on towards the hands of Lore here? Because Lore, he's uncontrolled for the majority of this game, number 3.
Yeah, no one else is actually able to deal with him. I think it's too much pressure to be able to ask JC to be trying to land those matrices to stop the engage by Lure. So at this point, look, they have to save this Forsaken contract for Lure. If he doesn't, then I think Hero don't have any comfort in any of the team fights here.
And that's the thing, right? If you really do save the Forsaken contract on towards Lore, you find yourself into a situation by, hey, Lore's not coming in. How do I jump on him? Then the moment you press it on someone else, he's just like, hey, you used the ultimate, I'm going in. With the Hal as well being popped coming in for the side of YQ here. Where does he go for? The Hal doesn't find the marker here. This does leave open that tier 2 in towards the top lane for a freebie coming in for the side of LGD. Spiraling Despair does Cat Caster coming in from Xiaozai here. The team fight is still pretty even here. No casualties, but the ultimate landing onto Hui eliminates the ultimate coming in for the side of Hero here.
Alright, so they have managed to find some value with the Forsaken contract. This is now YQ securing a kill onto Hui, which means they should be able to secure the neutral objectives if they want to. But at 8.5 minutes, you won't find too much value from that take.
At the very least, it's a good recovery here coming in from Hero. It puts them into much more of a proactive state, actively finding plays to pull themselves back from this 3,000 of a gold deficit here. So they need more of these plays. Punish Hui more, punish Lore more, and then we look at the 10th minute team fight.
I think besides that, they also need to fix the goals, right? So far, they've taken 4 turrets on the side of LGD.NBW. Once again, they find out Clean. He needs to stay alive to provide value, right? They need to put pressure across the map. But instantly, the response by LGD.NBW is really so hard to deal with. Lore is just split pushing like crazy.
But still, the bottom side, you can see is more reactive for the side of LGD. Even though, yes, gold lead is like 3,000 to 4,000 in favor of the side of LGD, but the map pressure on towards the bottom side, due to the fact that YQ on this Donghuang, none of the members coming LGD is dared to face check in at all.
Yeah, they can't really deal with it. And now, maybe if they catch Lore here, this could be a situation that Hero could benefit from. But immediately, very nice movement from the rest of the team here to stop that aggression. And with the emergence used to face check the brushes, Hero understand that, hey, this is not an ideal situation. Something else needs to be done. But the 1v1 by Lore.
He's just too mobile. The spear resets are just too prominent coming in from this match out here. With the health bars being superior coming in from LGD, we do see a potential trade-off here for Hero on this objective, but good map rotation here coming in for the side of LGD to sniff out this potential trade for the side of Hero.
And this is where the lack of information really scares Hero, right? The fact that Lure was hovering around with the help of XI as well, they thought that Hero were not taking the Shadow Tyrant, but with that, this is an opportunity for the side of LGD.NBW to create more chaos across the gorge here. Split push happening at the top side. They will look for an opening. T1 in the mid. This is the true target here. What a setup though.
Spartan Despair does catch on to multiple members coming in. As you can see, health bars blinking low for the side of JX1 and also Yao down here. Forsaken Contract does find a target, but there is no follow-up here. That does leave the mid tower to go down eventually in favor for the side of LGD.NBW here as Xiaozai being forced out. Tanran playing so aggressive here, has to force away the final frenzy here. Spells traded left and right, but minion wave still in favor for the side of LGD.NBW.
It's all tunnel vision plays, right? Coming in from the side of LGD. Like even, oh wait, that was a nice steal. Like the way that XI has been using the kit available on the side of this Konger is to drag the different members of Hero, feeling like they have a chance to finish the job here. But every time they do, LGD gets a split push going on the side lanes, and then Hero are punished for doing the right and making the right decision essentially.
There's just too much flanks coming in for the side of LGD, right? On the left, you have Luo. On the right, you have Xiaohan. And then every time they go for a tower push, you best believe Xiaozai is just gonna drop the Spire in Despair and force out any single members wanting to defend the turret itself.
Yeah, and it feels like no matter what you choose on the side of Hero, it's always the wrong choice, right? You don't get the win you're looking for. You don't get the target you're expecting to find as well. Look at the split push happening. In the meantime, it's just two different members handling all 5 people on the side of Hero.
The immediate haul into the Radiance cancel, that was really smart coming from Xiaozai. That puts Hero once again failing to find a proper target using the haul. This goalie is just being expanded slowly but surely into a slow bleed for the side of Hero.
Yep, 4,000 in the hands, in advantage for the side of LGD. They open up the map, they force Hero to make the defense as well. And now they had the freedom to go for the Shadow Overlord. 1v2, Lord doesn't even care. He can do this for days because they don't have hard CC.
No hard CC, no solid chase down here. This Lord Marshal is just casually running through the front lines of the side of Hero. You need to bring more members to even lock him down here, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to pull that card out for the side of Hero. Once again, just pushing them back, right? They don't really have to do too much. As long as they have these minions coming in, they can actually take turrets for free. And with that, Xhan will be able to help put a little bit more pressure on the side of Hero's map.
And Vanguard as well being casted towards the side lane here. That's the removal of all the tier 2 outer towers here. Now it's for the big boys. The inner towers will be the prize for grabs here coming in from LGD.
And I want you to pay attention. LGD doing so well, they're just playing the fog of war, right? Right now, Hero doesn't see anything with the exception of the Shadow Vanguards.
Yep, and this is the alarming part for Hero here. So you are locked in as a Donghuang. So what is your next job here? What do you realistically need to do to find that game-winning suppression for a team?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to force that aggression onto Xhan as well, I don't think that's the target you want. And when you can't choose, this is what LGD are going to do. They're just going to consistently poke you down. They have a huge turret take composition.
You can consider the tower dead as of this point here. One more rotation coming in for side LGD with the Agudo spawns. That tower is just going to be down in the next moment here. But the next upcoming priority will be coming in for this Shadow Tyrant after Lord takes up the buff on the Crimson Golem.
Yeah, look, at this point, 6,000 gold ahead. I mean, what options do Hero have? It doesn't feel like they have any.
Yeah, that's the difficult part, right? Because you're just scrambling in their base, and the idea of the Donghuang is great, but the execution, not really, right?
They needed more, right? End of the day, the Donghuang, you needed to be able to force the financial advantage. You needed to be in a position where you could get the first blood, force out mistakes from the side of LGD. Number one, that did not happen. Number two, they gave the first blood away. And with that, oh, a nice solo take. Like you said, that T3 was considered taken by the side of LGD anyway.
consider it done and dusted here. And with the rotations here coming in for the side of LGD.NBW, they once again look to pressure on these inner turrets here. You can see, slowly but surely, the Agudo spawns, the Kong Kong clones, the Poke coming in from the Machao Spears. Those towers, eventually they will all fall down, and Hero Esports, their space on the map will be further reduced.
Okay, so just to entertain this particular thought, with the late game approaching, JC actually could turn this around if he gets a beautiful ultimate coming in, but here comes the setup.
Unspiraling Despair does go in for the first engager. Xiaozai will be the first to fall here. Forsaken contract still intact for Hero Esports LGD. Biting more than they can chew. So that is without aroma for the next upcoming 30 seconds here. For the side of Hero here, they have an opportunity to make a comeback with that Shadow Overlord being respawned on towards Gorge.
Yes, and this is going to be a 4v5 for the next 20 over seconds. In fact, I will count it as 30 seconds because you might have to take some time to reach this portion of the map from your base. XI, he did take a fall. Is this going to be the turning point for Hero?
They definitely need to find whatever they can coming in towards this fight alone here. Overlord has been started coming in for the side of Hero Esports.
I'll take a look at Luo. They are buying time. He wants to get this solo take. He takes another solo steal. And now LGD.NBW, even though they lost the Shadow Overlord, this is still Hero having a hard time.
But still, it's still a good sign coming in from Hero. At the very least, they have signs of recovery compared to actually losing out all the tier 3s if LGD was able to get that final Shadow Overlord here. With the Shadow Overlord once again coming on towards the map here, what can Hero Esports look on towards Gorge here, Ken?
I'll be honest, I would be hoping for a lot more from the Hero expectation, but right now, I don't think they have the appropriate entry point. How do you engage into this line of LGD.NBW?
I think you hold. You hold strong, make sure that you can find those big engages like the one on towards the top side here. Xiaohan already having to expend the flash here. That's the value of the late game comp coming in from Hero. Tanran and JC has already scaled towards fruition as of this point.
Yeah, and this is going to provide space for Yao Dao, right? So everything pointing towards the success of LGD, now slowly transitioning over to Hero. If Hero can make the defense and make that insane catch, especially by YQ, we might have a game on our hands.
I agree here, and YQ right now is on bodyguard duty here. No one should be able to walk near in towards Yao Dao, Tanran, or even JC here. You can see, Tanran is doing so much damage against Hui on that Agudo.
Yeah, they're trying to get the poke in. And this is where Yao Dao has provided a lot of value with the lift step, with the Parasol as well, the Maple Dance. In the meantime, Hero actually, they're very comfortable now, leaving Luo to split push on their own, because if Hero just group up, you have to respond.
You have to respond here, and the respawn here from the side of Hero is this upcoming Shadow Tyrant here. Take a look at bottom side here, Overlord being committed, and this is another Tyrant being 100% secure for the side of Hero here. And with the absence of the wave clear, bottom tier 3 might be falling down in favor of Hero as well.
Yeah, I think it's a guarantee now. They have taken a tier 3 at the bottom. They did not manage to reach it in time. So this is going to be Hero staving off the pressure being put on the bottom side of the map. Now, LGD.NBW, the game is definitely still in their favor at this point. They have the goalie. They have the tier 3 taken down the top, looking for another opening.
And we see a bit of an aggression here coming in from the side of Hero here. Clean doesn't find any form of CC onto his enemy team. That's a Forsaken contract. Capturing Xiaohan. Xiaohan is down for the next 40 seconds here. Players are scrambling. There's no marksman for LGD. This is Hero making a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect dream scenario for the side of Hero. They're gonna reset here as well, sending Tanran back home with the Annihilation being placed down. Quite a bit of damage onto the LGD.NBW lineup. Now, the goal gap is slowly being halved bit by bit. And with that, Hero have also secured the T2 in the mid. These T3s are not looking like they're gonna stand for much longer.
Now we're going for the equalizer here. Hero, look at the damage that's being outputted by Yao Dao on that early here. It still is up for just a little while, but towers equalize. We are going into the potential Tempest Dragon game here.
Oh, nice setup, nice stun!
Nice stun here coming in for the side of YQ here. There is still no casualties here, but the health bars are blinking dangerously low. Annihilation finds towards JC. That's a snipe. Crucial for the upcoming Tempest Dragon.
Beautiful movement from the side of Hero, but the base, hey, hang on, someone needs to deal with this. Thankfully for them, there will be minions, super minions by the way, to help them stave off this aggression from the side of LGD.NBW.
But still a 4v5 in favor of the side of Hero Esports with the clutch snipe coming in from JC. Now, this is totally in favor of the side of Hero to get this Tempest Dragon.
Yeah, I don't think they have an entry point. Fox is meant to be the deterrent against the lineup of Hero. No sub opening now, and on the backline, Sanran, he's going to try and force out the interactions here. Hero successfully stave off the aggression. They push the members of LGD back, and now, for the first time in 20 minutes, Hero have turned this situation completely around.
They are in the driver's seat right now. We were thinking, what's the value coming in from this Donghuang pick here? And you can see, it's not about how many ultimates you pull. It's about the most important one that you managed to catch. And it was on X-Han's Shicha in that mid-fight.
Yeah, and we asked about the value of White Q on this Donghuang. He is showing it now. He may not have the best start, but right now, if he catches one more person with the Forsaken contract, this could be very well Hero's game to win.
And the final tier 3 towards the mid lane might be the catcher. Spiraling Despair catches onto multiple members here as we see. Queen is dangerously low, but the first to fall is Xiao Zai here. Roamers for Roamers. Hui having to burn through the Safe Sanctuary already onto the front side. The Law has already fallen down. It's not looking good for LGD. It is looking all in favor of Hero here as the sole member. Fox has been taken down. The comeback from Hero is just amazing.
Super well done on the side of Hero. What a way to come back. This